Hello, and good morning. Welcome in, folks. How you doing? We are back in action. Fantasy Map Friday. Oh, we missed it last week. We missed it, but we're here now. I cannot wait. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one, y'all. Let's go. Let's pop over to the map. Melissa, happy Friday. Good to see ya. Did you miss Fantasy Map Friday last week? I think that's the first week I haven't done it in 2 months, 3 months since I started streaming. Pretty much. I think we started doing this like the second week of streaming, and we haven't really missed it ever. But we missed it last week for travel. Now we're back. So let's get to it. I was looking at the map yesterday, just kind of refreshing my mind on it. I think my overview from having looked at it is the fungal jungle looks better than I thought it did. Like I kind of like it now after I sat on it for a little bit. I think it needs some background color, probably. A little bit of background color needed there, but I think it's pretty darn close. Well, we'll finish it up down here, and then, y'all, when that's done, I mean, look at this. We just got to do this border region right here. And this transition zone, and a little bit down here, and that's it, baby. Like, we are that close. This map, I think, y'all, if we're productive today, if we could stay on task, not get distracted by random details like filling in stuff like this that you'll never see at proper zoom levels. If we can stay on track, I think this bad boy can be finished today. Which raises the entirely more difficult question of what do we do next? But we got to worry about that later. Right now, we just got to finish the map we've been working on. Elizabeth, you say it looks amazing? Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. We've been working on it for a while, but chat's been helping out. Had some great ideas. This region up here, the Barrows of Blissful Bewilderment, and the fungal jungle down here, these were all made by chat. It was all their suggestions for it. I appreciate that. Millie, good morning. Good to see you. How you doing? Happy Friday to you. I guess with your time zone, it's basically the weekend already, right? You're like fully free. Congratulations. I'm jealous. I'm coming. Hold the door for me. I'll be there this afternoon. All right, so I think if we're gonna finish up this region down here, its background color doesn't stand out enough, in my opinion. When you zoom all the way out, like you just can't really tell what it does. It looks like it's uncolored back there. So I think we were too light with our painting. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the background and then finish this road network with the correct color instead of the highlighter yellow we've used, just to demarcate things. And then we'll put a little more foliage in there, and I think it's ready to go. So let's start with some painting right off the bat. See, I got my brushes that we used here. I think it needs to be, primarily green. Oh, that's background paint. Need to paint foreground. Oh boy, that was a little bit too green. Hold on, the opacity is way too high. Wow, Millie. You said Romania has a long summer weekend. It starts in July and stops in September. So you're fully in the middle of that then, right? Like you're on long summer break. That sounds lovely. Where do I sign up? Can I get in on that? Sorry guys, I didn't meet my deadlines because it's long summer break. It's a Romanian tradition, trust me. It's okay. All right, yeah, I like how that green's coming in, but we're gonna paint on top of it as well. Dracula, what's up, my guy? How you doing? You made it. You made it earlier today. You're here for the start. You get to see all the good stuff. Welcome in, dude. How you doing? Leonin, you like it? How do you like the full zoom, my guy? How do you like it if we bring it all the way out here? See all our different regions. Drac, you're doing good? Drac, I'm going to call you Drac, man. That makes it sound like way more cool. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I'm doing good too. I am dead tired today, y'all. I'm still recovering from last weekend. That was a lot of travel. Thank you for the roses, Leonin. My man, I appreciate you. How kind of you. You know what? We got a tradition here. Regular viewers know what's coming. It's a gift for a gift. If you give a gift, you get a gift. So this little goblin, this one's yours now, buddy. Thank you very much. Take good care of him. Take good care of him. Don't feed him after midnight. That's rule 1. That's rule 1. We'll get into the other rules maybe a bit later, but the most important rule: don't give him food after midnight. If you've seen the Gremlins movie, you know why. But thank you for the flowers. Appreciate you, man. They'll burn your place down. Hey, that's where they'll start. But they'll be cute doing it, so that makes it okay, right? Alright, let's get this yellow up in here. A little bit of splash of the yellow. I want to get a zoom out and see how I'm feeling about this yellow. Yeah, see, I like it, but I think it's not there yet, you know? Mayor Bear, what's up and welcome in. Good to see you. Everybody seems to be pretty happy on this Friday. So how about you, Mayor Bear? How you doing? Stone, the site is inkcarnate.com. It is a free online map maker. Love it. The yellow reminds you of lemons? Yeah, it is pretty lemony. It is pretty lemony, which isn't really the vibe we're going for here. So maybe that means it's not the right color. Let's get a little purple in there, see what we can do with it. I think we do need purple in here. I think purple and green's going to be the color combo that's really going to make this work. I have struggled with this color. Yeah, it does look Candyland, doesn't it? I don't love the Candyland vibes, but it kind of fits for this place. You know? Dracula, this is the fungal jungle. I've left the part of the title up there where it'll be you know, fine-tuned, but chat voted on fungal jungle. The rhyming does make me happy. Alright, how we liking that? Get a little more purple down in that corner. I think that purple's kind of it. I think we just need to mix in some green or something. Oh yeah, the goblins will for sure think it's candy. The forbidden candy, though. Nothing. Everything there is poisonous in some regard, or trying to eat you. Not a happy place, but a pretty place. All right, let's get a little of this green in here, and I think that's gonna do it. I think that'll do it for the background color here. Just kind of smear a purple-greenish vibe going. Yeah, no, I don't like the green. I think the green takes away too much. I think we got to leave that purple. So we need another color in there. Millie, you think my favorite color is blue? Why is that? There's not too much blue on this map. Harpy, what's up? Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. How you doing today? We need a color to go with this purple. Because like when you do a full zoom out, you know, like let's look at everything. All the regions have their distinct colors, and there's definitely purple going on down in here. But I think it needs a little extra something to make it stand out. I don't know, like color theory. What goes with purple? Gold. Oh, gold could be interesting. How have we not considered that? Yeah, weirdo. I've been trying yellow in there, and it looks good for like the highlighting the road network, which I'll change that color a bit. It's just the yellow's not working. Let's see if we can get a little gold in here. Like that's kind of close to yellow, right? Yeah, and good morning, weirdo. Good to see you. Oh, Melissa, you shouldn't. You're too kind. Thank you, Melissa. You've been gifted away, man. I appreciate you. I gotta find a better gift, man. I can't just keep giving you goblins. I mean, I will keep giving you goblins, but I gotta get something else going here. Thank you, though. You making an army. UO99382. The app is inkcarnate.com. It is a free online map maker, and we built all this in it. Ooh, Jason saying rusty orange. All right, we got a lot of orange going on in the top left with this, the Dark Lord's domain, legally distinct Mordor. Um, Coral. I'm liking the gold idea, or more of a little bit of orange vibe to it. Let's see what we can do with that. I'm gonna drag here. If we do, um, let's do a little bit of rusty orange in there. It does look yellow brick road, doesn't it? I was just trying to highlight where the roads are gonna go. We'll paint those on in an actual color. Okay, I'm kind of liking this orangey gold we're doing here, y'all. I think that might be it. Put a little purple on top of it though, but I'm kind of digging what's going on with that. Yeah, I think that might be it, and then we throw some purple. It's kind of like a coppery gold color. I'm a fan of this. Hey, what's up, Project Abel? How you doing, man? My books are right here. Here they are. This is the newest one, Wriggly Little Hands. That's the one I'm really pushing. All the links are in my bio. This is a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip, and this is what the map's for. So check it out on Amazon if you want. I'd appreciate it. You can see some of these environments in the book. Harpy, you're being too kind. I appreciate you, though. Abel, what are you trying to write? What genre? And Moose, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Y'all, it is such a pleasure to have you come back every week. I am honestly floored, shocked, surprised, grateful. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you for coming in each week and hanging out with me. And for your great ideas that make the map better. Seriously. Awesome contributions in here. Millie, cats are cute, you said. Yep, I fully agree. I was just hanging out with mine, with Olive, getting my sips of coffee pre-stream. Moose, you got it, buddy. I believe in you. You can do it. Start with short stories, though. Start there. That's always my advice. Start with those bad boys. Alright, y'all. I think this background color's there. I think that's a good contrast down there for it. Let's get a quick save. I think the Fungal Jungle background's ready to go. Oh, Sam, thank you for the follow. That's too kind to you. I do appreciate it, though. Thank you very much, man. How you doing today? And welcome in. All right, y'all. I'm happy with this. Weirdo, it's very mycelial. Yes. That's what I was going for. I just need to dense it up a little bit, get a little more... You know what? I need to, fill it in a bit. I'm going to do a little more water down in here, y'all. I think it could be cool to have a little bit of water kind of going off the map. Too big. We did too much water. Project Abel, you said, I love Incarnate. I use it for my world map as well. I'm trying for Grimdark / Medieval. Yeah, man, Grimdark's having a moment right now. Grimdark is, it was real hot in the early 20 teens. And then it fell off for a bit, but I think it's full back now. So, get in. All the getting's good. All right, there we go. I like that. I like throwing that water, and we need to paint it because we had painted our other waters in here. If you notice, they got a green-yellow thing going on. So let's grab a little bit of swampy green. There we go. Paint up that water. I think I actually used a bluish, a really, really light application of blue in there. Maybe okay, that's too light. There it is. That's the blue. And then if I remember, we outlined the edge of the water with yellow. So let's go grab that yellow. Make sure the opacity is pretty low on this because it is a very bright yellow. And we're just gonna hit the edges. There we go. Make that water glow a little bit. And then we're gonna go over it again with just a real light application of green. Kind of blend it in. Boom. It's probably still a bit too bright. Still a bit too bright on that yellow. Let's tone it down a little bit here. And it needs a little bit more of that blue. There we go. Now it looks like the other lakes. Let's go. Loving it. Feijin. That's a name I haven't seen around these parts in a while. How you doing? Thanks for coming back. What have you been up to? What adventures you been on lately? Oh, weirdo. You got some 40K models to paint. Dude, rock on. Rock on. That's always fun. I don't know if I have the patience for painting those. I'll do maps, but 40K models, that's a lot of work. Millie, I do know Minecraft. In fact, I played the beta of Minecraft. I am old. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Oh, you're trying to get me on record with the controversial questions, huh? Interesting now. No, I don't think fruit goes on pizza, man. Personal opinion here, but I'm not digging the fruit on pizza aesthetic. To be fair, I also don't like veggies on pizza, so consider the source, right? Pizza is I do like spinach and ricotta though. Oh, I guess that is a bit of a veggie. Changing my internal consistency here. Y'all making me betray my values. Oh shoot, Faye. I'm sorry, dude. You're in a bad car accident around July 4th? Dude, you doing okay? I'm so sorry to hear that. That's scary, man. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're good enough to be back, man. Oh, jeez. I'm glad you're still with us, Faye. Ouch, dude. Oh boy, y'all talking about the anchovies on pizza. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That took a turn. Thomas, pineapple on pizza is great. I was a non-believer, then I finally tried it. Life-changing. Oh, don't tell me that, man. I don't want to hear that. No, thank you. But hey, enjoy what you enjoy. You enjoy that, and I'll have my pepperoni and cheese in the most traditional, boring sense of pizza possible. What do goblins like on their pizza? Oh, the grossest things you can imagine. I mean, canonically in the book, they ask for a sandwich of bacon, leech, turtle, and maggot aioli. So, whoof, that's a nasty one right there. Yeah, goblins got bad taste buds. Objectively broken taste buds. Alright, let's get some of these roads in here, y'all. We gotta paint the foreground first. There it is. And, oh, that's really coming out yellow. What was that, Melissa? You said some of us have refined palates. Yeah, some of us, not not y'all. It's fine. It's fine. If you enjoy it, go for it. A nice creamy sauce topped with tons of mushrooms. That sounds about right. Look, I'll do spinach and ricotta on pizza. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I can mess with that. That sounds great. Anchovies though, oh boy. When I was in the UK, they made their I think it was Caesar dressing, like primarily with anchovies. Oh god, guys, that was a mistake. Oh, that was bad. I was going in there for a Caesar salad, all excited about it, and then I'm like, why does my Caesar salad taste like fish? What has gone wrong in this process? Spirit Wanderers, you like the map? Well, thank you. You've been an instrumental part of creating it. Your suggestions have helped make this map what it is. So thank you. I'm glad you like it. Troy H, you said, hello, I found your fantasy map Friday 2 weeks ago and binged all last week, and now I'm caught up. Hey, dude. Well, Troy, let me be the first to officially welcome you in then. You were watching the replays, and now you're here for the live. Dude, welcome in. That's so cool. I'm honored to have you, man. Thank you very much. That's really sick, dude. Jack Ann, you said I forgot it was Friday. Alex stream is probably my favorite watch. Man, y'all, that's incredible. Thank you. I don't even know how to process that. That's That's legitimately nuts, y'all. Thank you, Jackann. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for being here for so much of it, man. You've been here for like the whole... I don't know when you first started watching Jackann because it was so long ago that I've forgotten. You've just always been here. So rock on, man. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh, come on, Alex. Follow the lines. Basic, elementary art class. We got this. I never took an art class, though, so I'm doing my best, y'all. You got to bear with me on this. I kind of like that orange road. I think that's working pretty well. Yeah, I know anchovies are in Caesar dressing, but, like, it's the foundation of it, and this was more than the foundation. This was basically all of the dressing. I don't need fish flavor on top of my salads. That was not pleasurable. No one liked that salad. Hey, thank you, Nickerson. You like the map, man? I almost said you like the salad. Y'all got me talking about food too much. Emo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here. Congrats on the followers, Thomas. Rock on, man. It's a hard grind climbing on TikTok, but it's pretty sick. It's pretty rewarding. Oh, no, you're good, Soul. You're good. I honestly, before that experience, I didn't know that anchovies were the base of Caesar salad, or Caesar salad dressing. But I done learned real quick. All right, I'm gonna put a little heavy texture inside this road. So this brush, ooh, that's a little too dark. Lower that opacity. Oh, what was that gift, Nickerson? Thank you, my friend. Man, you're too kind. Holy cow, that's a lot of chilies. I do love spice. Maybe not in my books, but certainly in my food. So Nickerson, a gift for a gift, my dude. These are yours now. Thank you. You give chilies, I give goblins. They start fires. It's like the same thing, right? They do have a penchant for arson, and they're not as cute as cats, so they don't get away with any crimes they commit. So hide every match in your house. That's rule 2. Earlier I gifted out some goblins. I gave you rule 1, y'all. Don't feed them after midnight. Rule 2, hide everything flammable in your house, particularly the matches. Sir Dobby said, what's going on here? It looks really cool. Thank you, Dobby. This is Fantasy Map Friday. We are making a fantasy map for my book. Do it every Friday. It's my favorite stream of the week, honestly. Welcome in, buddy. Harpy said, how long until the new book is done? I need something to read. Ooh, Harpy, check out the Discord today. I was thinking about dropping a little sample of a Wrigley Little Assistant. Hold on, we'll pull it up. Y'all, if you don't know, this is my book that I'm pushing right now, Wrigley Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. But I'm working on a prequel novella right here. And Harpy, I'm going to drop a preview of the opening of it in the Discord today as we approach finishing up on it. So that one's coming soon. So get ready for that. Little treat for the Discord fans. If you're not in the Discord, hold on, let me grab you a link if you want to join it. We'd love to have you. Over 200 members now. We hang out. We do writing sprints, art share, art critique, writing critique, all that fun stuff. There's the link. It's in both YouTube and TikTok chat. But yeah, Harvey, I'm going to drop that today, and then I'm also working on the final edits to Thief of Honor. So that bad boy's just about ready. We had a little bit of a hold up in the editing, but I think it's pretty ready now. So we're going to get that thing out in the world. Christian, we are using Incarnate. Sorry about that. Incarnate.com. Just put it in chat. It's a free online map maker. Let's see, there are a couple other questions I missed. Jack Ames said this zone is looking so cool. A whole novella would be so fun here. Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it. But Harpy, yeah, Harpy, I've been in this weird phase lately where I've been doing a lot of non-writing activities, a lot of promotion, releasing stuff, kind of managing a lot of launches. Here, we're gonna zoom in real quick, and we're gonna fade out the edge of this road a little bit. There we go. There we go. been a lot of like promotion and stuff that I'm not a fan of. It's just, you gotta believe it or not, y'all, to remain an author, I have to actually sell books. I know this is news to me. I'm not a fan of it. Oh yeah, Sarcastosaurus. By the way, awesome name, Sarcastosaurus. Yeah, Incarnate has a paid version for $25 a year. So worth it. $5 a month or $25 a year. You can't beat that value, man. Absolutely love Incarnate. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I've been doing a lot of non-writing focused stuff lately, just because I've needed to promote launches and whatnot. I'm very excited. We're actually transitioning back into a full writing phase and starting my new schedule where I'm just basically writing nonstop, and I'm super pumped for it, y'all. It is my happy place. I got into this job to write books, not publish, format, advertise, promote books. So very excited to get back to doing the thing that I actually love. I'm just a keyboard jockey at heart, I don't want to do advertising, press tours, all that nonsense. Nah, man, put me in a room alone with a keyboard. You don't even got to plug it into anything. I'll just be happy. Fajin, thank you for what is that gift? Finger heart. I don't know that one, but thank you. Hey, gift for a gift. That goblin's for you. Cherish it. Maybe it can help you recover, or more realistically, it would probably slow it down, so I apologize. Millie, have a good one, my dude. Thank you for being here. Mex, you said, any tips for when characters might be traveling between locations? I get stuck on the in-between. Mex, don't write the travel unless you have to. Every scene in your book should be really exciting to you and to the readers. I was at San Diego Comic-Con last week, and I was lucky enough to be in a room where Andy Weir, author of The Martian, Project Hail Mary, etc., was doing a panel, and I really liked his advice on writing, where he said he tries to write when he writes every paragraph, he goes, would this paragraph stop the reader from reading? Okay, then delete it. He wants every single paragraph in his book to continually drag the reader to the next page. He tries to think, if my reader is reading this in the middle of the night and they're really trying to find a stopping point to get to bed, I'm not going to give them one. I'm just going to keep them reading. So for those travel scenes that you're writing in between locations, make them as interesting as possible. And if you can't, then they don't need to be there. Because you want it to be just absolutely as interesting as you can at every single stage. Basically, the way I sum that up is, don't write the boring parts. Write the stuff that's interesting and exciting to you, and don't do the rest. I don't think that it has to be there if it's not interesting and exciting. All right, y'all, these roads be rocking. Andy Weir hates sleep, confirmed. You heard it here first, folks. I brought you the scoop. Oh, Bookie Nails. Yeah, definitely pick up Incarnate. It is a free online map maker. I'll put it in chat right here. Incarnate, if I could type. It is a lovely program. Please do check it out. Vincent Muccina on YouTube, my guy. Welcome in. Happy Friday, buddy. Sarcastosaurus, we need sleep, dude. It was tough getting out of bed today. Dracula, I wouldn't say the boring stuff balances out the book. I think if traditionally you're thinking like, action versus character growth or dialogue, etc., slow moments are okay, but they shouldn't be boring. They should be tense and dramatic, and you should want to know what happens next, even if it's just a conversation. I think boring moments are something entirely different and have no place in books. But it depends on the style of book as well. I'm a huge fan of like a Dan Brown-esque page turner, so that also informs my writing. Megorium. I love that name. It's really cool. It almost feels Greek in a way. You said your whole job's marketing and advertising. Yeah, it's important. It's important. I just don't like it. Hey, Paul, my dude. You said, hey, folks, haven't been able to catch a stream in a while. Lots of progress made on the map. Yes, sir, Paul. Let's zoom out, dude. Let's get a look at that whole map, man. We're rocking and rolling with it. It's good. We're almost done. But, Paul, glad to have you back, dude. How you been? Been busy, I hope. Good busy? Let's go ahead and get some nameplates in this new region of ours. The Fungal Jungle. Oh, don't want to tilt it. Just want to select it. Let's grab. I'm going to need my layer select tool because there's so many layers down in here. It's not an object. What is it? It's text. So I guess it is an object. Nope. Where is it? There's a lot of text on this map. Fungal Jungle. There we go. Boom. Oh, I can't move it though. There we go. All right, where we want this text to go, y'all? Well, let's put it up here for the moment. Vixen, you're working on your own fantasy map. Rock on. What's it for? What's it for? Love to hear it. Also, I love the font of your name. Paul, you said you've been good, just being a good dad / husband? Hey, rock on, man. That's what I want to hear. That's the important stuff. The stream will always be here. Alright, I think Fungal Jungle... Let's get a reverse curve on it, maybe? Negative curve? I want to consider it along with the other titles around. That's important when placing a title like this. I think it needs to go like down here because I have another title that's going to come in here. It's the... what did we call the village? Some chat named it. Where is it? I got a note here on it. Sporing Village, they called it. So we got to put that one in here. Sporing Village. And we got to make it smaller. Probably like, what, a 12? No, way too small. Let's see what my other like lesser named sizes are. This one is grouped, so I can't select it easily. Like turn back territory. Turn back territory up here. Come on, buddy. There it is. 16. Okay. So we need to make that a 16. And the reason that I wanted Fungal Jungle lower is because Sporing Village has to be right here on the village. So we need these two to play nicely together visually. 4/0. You said whenever you see giant mushrooms, you think of Morrowind. Yeah, spot on. I love what they did with Morrowind. It's a really cool way to do like big mushrooms and stuff. That environment was sick. Rip, good morning, buddy. Welcome in. Distalk, the program is inkcarnate.com, and it's a free online map maker. Vixen, I think you said your map was for the card, the TTRPG. I think you're making. It scrolled past so fast. Where is it? Yeah, I can't find it now. There it is, for a card game and character lore. Rock on. Love it. Megorium, you gotta go to work? Nah. Play hooky today. Hang out with us. Quick zoom in on turn back territory. People were mentioning it in chat. I love this little area with its windy roads and its creepy fog and like Sarlacc pit thing, whatever this is, in its ravine. But the problem is, y'all, we made it too small. When you zoom out, you can't even see it's there. So that's just a little Easter egg for us, huh? Dracula, you asked, how do I make my writing sound like me? So that's how it's all about finding your creative voice. And the only way that you can do that, or that I've found to do that, is just to trust yourself completely. Like, write it as if you're talking to yourself, and just kind of enjoy it. I feel like that's how you unlock your creative voice. Don't worry about, does this sound good? Will people like it? Write it for yourself foremost in a way that just seems natural to you. It's really hard to develop your creative voice. You can only really do it through practice and through confidence. Kind of a fake it till you make it situation, but the voice is in there. You just got to find it. Runner X23 said, how do I make something like this with only AI tools? Nah, man, this is all human made. We made this together. Inkcarnate.com. Go do it, man. You can do it. I believe in you. It's free. It's online. Only tools you need are a mouse, maybe a keyboard. Rock on. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm going to make Sporing Village's font just a little bit bigger here, because it needs to stand out when we zoom out, right? Like, it's kind of hard to see down there. If we look at full map zoom, like right here, it is a little bit hard to see. I think turn back territory is too, so we're going to bump both of those up. Let's get them to like a 20. 20 is a little bit big, but I'd rather them be big and legible than small. And look, y'all, my eyes are bad enough. I need to be squinting. That's good advice. And hello, Rafi. Good to see you, buddy. I didn't notice you slipping in the back door today. Now, that's good advice. Read it out loud to kind of hear your own voice coming through. I like that a lot. Oh, Vixen, you like our legally distinct Mordor up here? Here, I'll give you a zoom in on it. We worked hard on this one. This is like 3 streams worth of work to get this bad boy put together. That is the Dark Lord's domain up there with his knockoff Orthanc. I believe that's the name of the Dark Lord's tower, right? Oh my God, Paul! Petition immediately accepted. Yeah, that is so right, dude. Oh, that is so right. Y'all, if you didn't see it, Paul said petition to change jungle to jungle with a G-A-L to match fungal. Dude, I love that. That's incredible, Paul. Thank you. Instant inclusion. That is now canon. I'll be sure to have it in the next book. Someone asked for the map maker. It is inkcarnate.com. Check it out. Lovely, lovely website. Oh yeah, Bookie Nails. If you like Lord of the Rings, we spoofed Lord of the Rings hard, and the book this is from is right here. Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about a bumbling family of goblins sent on a quest or road trip to save the Dark Lord. And, well, they're a bumbling family of goblins. So you can imagine that they mess it up pretty massively. Anyway, it's a comedy satire, so we definitely spoof Lord of the Rings and several other fantasy properties in there. Lovingly. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. And you can get it on Amazon. Nope, wrong screens. There it is. You can pick it up on Amazon right now. Also got an audiobook, a very good audiobook. Sound Booth Theater rocked it. If you're fans of like Dungeon Crawler Carl, that's made by the same folks that made that, and boy oh boy did they do a good job with it. Yo, I'm going to do one of my favorite tricks right now. We're going to put the title for Sporing Village just a little bit behind the houses there. I really love how that blends it in. You got to make sure it's legible, but it blends it in, right? It gives depth to the map. I'm a big fan. Tide and Terra. Good morning. How you doing? How's the weather down there on the Gulf Coast? I mean, I guess I'm just a little bit up the Gulf Coast from you, so peek out the window here. I kind of know what the weather's like, but how's it going? Amino Troll, you want an Alex Knight original spicy novel? Well, hey, I'll give you a quest, y'all, and there ain't no way anybody's going to succeed on this one, but I don't know. Don't underestimate the power of the internet, right? Before I was an author, I was a ghostwriter for many years, and the genre that my ghostwriting took off in, that made it possible for me, was romance. So I have ghostwritten several romance novellas and novels, including one focused on as a cosplay romance where the characters didn't know that they were co-workers because they kept meeting in cosplay at cons. The publisher wanted a romance about that, and also one about a roller derby. So if y'all can find those, then you can read an Alex Knight spicy novel just ghostwritten under a different name. But ain't no one gonna find that. And I'm saying that to intentionally bait people into finding it. Go find it and tell me about it. I would be very impressed. Alright, let's do a little more layering here. I want to get this title a little bit behind the mushrooms. It's been so humid and hot. Yeah, that sounds like the Gulf Coast, alright. Oh, it won't stop raining? Oh, that's awesome. Rain's great. I'm a massive rain junkie. I love a rain. Yeah, I wake up and it's stormy outside and I'm like, what a beautiful day. My wife's like, it's depressing. I love it. Love that rain. All right, I want to layer this in a little bit, but I don't have any convenient, mushrooms to do so. Maybe this guy right here. There we go. And then we'll put, oh, nope, not the bush. I want the big, tall, pink mushroom plant. There we go. All right, I think that works for Fungal Jungle. Kind of layered in there. Rock on. Amino Troll, would you feel terrible if one of your ghost-written books blew up like crazy and I didn't get any credit? Nah. I mean, it wouldn't be the. I'd rather it be, a book that I'm earning royalties on because I took lump sum payments for those. So I'd rather it be something I'm taking royalties on. But if it blows up, it just means it's resonating with readers, which is the end goal. So I'd be very happy about that. Yeah, I'm sending you on side quests. Yeah, you know it. All right, y'all. I think the fungal jungle's done, but I want to do one thing here. I know that I overuse cliffs. Everybody, we know we overuse cliffs. We got cliffs here, all the way, carved in there. We got a little, ravine thing, like a crater going on here. But I want to replace this range of hills because this range of hills that runs right here was just standing. I want to replace that for cliffs. Because I think jungles are typically a low elevation environment, and it would also be a cool layering effect to have this be the lowest, this and the swamp the lowest region, and there's like, you rise up as you get to the plains, which should probably put this title back where it belongs. Why was that moved? And then you raise up higher through the mountains and turn back territory, and then the highest point being, the volcano up here. So I think that makes sense. You remember the waterfall, Melissa? You talking about this one? Yeah, that was a lot of work to get that waterfall to work. It looks so effortless now. But that's kind of like they say, good reading is damned hard writing. Kind of similar. I think there was a question in here. Oh, there was. Vixen said, how do we get into the ghostwriting? So I started cold calling, cold emailing businesses to see if they needed writing for their website, like product writing, etc. And I got into like business writing first. And then as I did that more, I found clients that were like publishers and needed ghostwriting. I also was on Reedsy back in the day. These aren't the right cliffs that I'm placing here. Hold on, we'll pull them from an existing asset. I found a lot of clients on Reedsy. I was one of the top ghostwriters on Reedsy at one point. And I just kind of built the network organically as we went. You do a little bit of good work. A client likes it. They tell someone else about it. Why can't I select this hill? That's weird. And you just kind of build your network as you go, I guess. It is a little bit hard because you can't advertise what you've ghostwritten. You are, contractually, you don't announce that you did it, really. You can say you ghostwrite, but you can't say what book specifically. So it does make it hard. But yeah, I used Reedsy primarily back in the day. That was really a big one for me. But really, it's just a lot of networking and getting the work done, essentially. It is tough, though. Sorry, I was not looking at chat there for a minute. You have a feeling I ghostwrite for Eminem? Oh, look, that's very flattering, but boy, I ain't anywhere near M's level of lyricism and brilliance. That dude can write rhymes that like nobody's freaking business. Holy cow, is he good? Can you show a sample of your ghostwritten books for future work? No, I don't. I never looked into that too specifically. I believe that you really can't. I don't think you can. I suppose it would be terms of your contract. Yo, why can't I select this hill? It's killing me. I got to get rid of it. Hill, what are we doing here? It's like it doesn't exist. You see this? I can't highlight the hill. Oh, did I get it? No, it's like it's not there, y'all. That's bizarre. I've never seen that before. Is it locked for some reason? I guess I could search my textures here for a hill. Oh my god, there's so many hills, y'all. I think it's gonna have to. I think it gets to live there now. The hill has defeated me. It gets to stay there. Yeah, no, I don't think you can show samples of ghostwriting. Double check me on that because I am not certain. It's been 7 years since I was in the ghostwriting game, but I'm not sure that you can, honestly. All right, let's get these cliff sides in here together. We're gonna sew them up to make a nice cliff area. Yeah, I love what you can do with cliffs in this. It looks so good. Okay, there we go. We're gonna have that hillside can live like that. That's not too bad, right? Amino Troll, you said this map is basically Washington State. Well, I've never been to Washington State, but boy, if it looks like this, I need to get up there yesterday. Although, I don't know, it might not be good for my health to go to the real-life plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear, or the caverns of whispering web. I like that explanation, Vixen. We're gonna roll with that one. I like that a lot. I think I'm gonna continue these cliffs all around the border of the swamp too, because I really want to show that elevation change. So let's grab some big old cliff sides here. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm working off camera. Thank you for the follow, Lily. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Good to have you. Y'all are too kind with the follows, for real. I was on TikTok for years and years, y'all, making no progress because I'm bad at videos. I'm not good on camera when we're like recording. So, y'all, thank you so much. Seriously. I'm not good on camera at all. Like, if I know a camera's recording and I have to, like, act, everything goes out the window. My wife will tell you. She's been the one that's had to try to, like, direct me on camera. It is painful. There was a reason I was on TikTok for, like, 4 years going nowhere until I started live streaming and found, like, I'm actually good at live streaming and I enjoy it a lot. So yeah, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, except for thank you for the follows. Super kind of you. I really appreciate it. Live streaming is definitely more my forte compared to being on camera. It's painful how bad I am when I have to, like, act. All right, we're going to leave a little bit of gaps in here between these cliffs because I'm going to put little paths there, like little roads that run through. I think this one, though, should be more like this, and we're going to move some of the swamp here. Thank you for the follow. Seriously, guys. Insane. Amino Troll, don't mention the wife so the fangirls can dream. That's straight up funny. That's wrong, but that's straight up funny. We gotta cut down a bit of the swamp. Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm a nature lover. I'm a conservationist, I promise. Just this swamp's a little bit in the way. There we go. Alright, now I need like one more cliffside to stitch all this in together. Yeah, that's looking sick. That's actually really good elevation. So if I was doing this correctly, Josh, I am using inkcarnate.com, my friend. Put it in chat right there. Oh God, no, it ain't InDesign. If this were InDesign, I'd be a professional. Nah, this is Inkcarnate. It's super creator friendly, amateur friendly. Free online map maker. Love it. Cannot recommend it enough. Little tip, y'all. If I had planned this elevation change correctly with the... I'm putting my hand in front of it like you can see it. Down here, the fungal jungle is the lowest point, along with a swamp of sadness and sweaty underthings. If I had planned this correctly, what you do is you make the assets down there a little bit smaller than the assets that are the next level up. So at the plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear and the caverns of whispering web, that's like our mid elevation. So you make the assets below that smaller, mid elevation a bit bigger, and then the highest point up top here, you make those the biggest. And that gives the appearance of terrain being further away and then growing larger as it raises in elevation. But I kind of didn't plan this out right, so we're not going to have that cool effect. But we'll see what we can do with it. Maybe we can make something work here. That cliff's going to be a little too small if I do that. Let's see. I know there's going to be a... There we go. That piece will fit. We just need a little rotation on it. Boom. Look at that, y'all. Stitch it together. Boom. We got a completed cliffside. Do I overuse cliffs? Yes. Is it a problem? Yes. Will I stop? No. Advelios Archive. What's up? Welcome in. Good to see you, man. Congrats on 10 podcast episodes, by the way. That's sick. Paul Hare says, I can't find Alex's ghost-written book. Surprisingly, roller derby romance is a popular genre. Yeah, man. It hits a specific niche, you know. Boo! It is inkcarnate.com, a free online map maker. Minister of Yeats, my dude, welcome in, and thank you for the gift. You're too kind. What is that one? That's cool. Beating Heart, man. Oh shoot. Appreciate you, dude. I was just telling Melissa I got to get more gifts for y'all because I've already given you all of them. You keep gifting, man. So goblins for you, all the goblins. But I only got 3. You know that I can give at a time, I guess. I need some better gifts. Welcome in, Minister. Good to see you, buddy. And Simp1X, thank you for the rose. Goblin for a rose. Seems a fair trade. Welcome in, man. Someone asked if I would ever consider collaborating with AI. No. I stay away from AI. Not my vibe. I got into writing because I like writing, you know? So why would I take away the process of writing from myself? All right, we're going to do something a little interesting here. These cliffs have a good color to them, but it doesn't quite blend in. So I want to make it a little more green in the swamp area and then a little more pink purple in the fungal area. Although I just realized I never finished the cliffs out here, so hold on. We're going to do that first. Program is inkcarnate.com. It is a free online map maker. Change. I highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. All right, y'all. Let's find a cliff that's going to fit in here. Are you going to do it? Nah. Oh, wait. If we do a horizontal rotation on that one, maybe. Yeah. Hold up. A little bit smaller. Nah. Not working. We can do better. There's going to be something that's got that curve. Just got to find it. Yep. See, here it is. That'll probably do it. Boom. Like that. Yeah, that looks like it fits. And we just need to like bridge this gap a little bit here, just a little bit better. What can we do? Something that's turning away from the camera would be pretty sick. Can we find a cliff like that? Can we find a cliff for it? Of course there's a cliff for it. Yeah, see that, y'all? I love how it turns out of view. In fact, I kind of want to do another one like that. All right, so we're going to use that one. That's perfect, but that means this one needs to be a bit smaller. Kind of put it like this, and then can we attach you in there, make you top side? There we go. Boom. That's kind of sick. That looks like, you know, like an actual path going out of there. I love it. Elias, you want me to zoom out? Yeah, man, we can do that. Let me get a save here. I've got like 300 unsaved changes. But let's get a full zoom. Here's the map as it stands, y'all. We are darn close to finishing. I really want to finish it today. I think we're going to need it's going to be close. It's going to be close if we can do it today. Jason Funderburker. It's fun to say. Thunder to say. I recommend some shadow for higher contrast. It'll pop. Warm light equals cool shadows, vice versa. Yeah, dude. That makes sense. Josh, it is inkcarnate.com. It is a free online map making website. I love it. Highly recommend it. All right, now let's do that color shift that I was talking about on these cliffs. So we're going to grab... we're going to start with this one cliff side. What I want to do is I want to give it a little bit of a green color. So we're going to get into the settings and do that. But real quick, Kate, you asked what my book's about. Well, thank you for asking. I do love that question. This is the map for the book, and this is the cover for the book. It is a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip, or a quest to save the Dark Lord, but they think of it as a road trip. And they're goblins, so they mess it up horribly. It's been described as a D&D campaign where none of the players put any points into intelligence and the DM's taking a shot after every chapter. It's wonderfully unhinged. Links are in my bio. You can grab it on Amazon, audiobook, paperback, however you want. Ebook, it's all there. Give it a look. I'd appreciate it. And this is the map from that book. Most of these places are in the book. A couple we created just on stream, totally original content. So I'll have to get to those in the sequel. Thank you for asking, though. Titan Terror, we could make a map for the prequel next. The prequel takes place in one specific location, so it could work. We could make that work. I I don't know, something to think about. That's something we're gonna need to talk about, y'all. Is what's the next map we're making? Because we are real close to being done with this bad boy. Okay, how do we like that as the cliff's green? I think maybe a little less saturation on it. Oh, there we go. That's kind of the green cliffside we're looking for. That looks like a jungle cliff, right? Instead of this brown, we get that green. So I'm gonna apply that to all these cliffs here. So it's a hue of 22, a saturation of 87, a brightness of 104. Y'all help me remember that. 22, 87, 104. Putting it in chat so I remember it. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to grab all of our cliffs in this area, and we're going to do a hue of 27, saturation of 87, and a brightness of 104. Boom! Look at that. Applied it to all of them. Love it. Yeah, see, that looks better, right? Lauren, you added my book to your ever-growing to-be-read pile. I appreciate you. I know the struggles on the TBR pile. I'm right there with you. But I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Jungle walls are dark. Usually love the green, though. Thank you, emotional support, Khajiit. Everyone needs an emotional support, Khajiit. Honestly, I don't disagree. I think they could be a little bit darker. Let's see what we can do with that. Highlight them all. Go to the color. I think maybe the brightness turned down. Ooh, yeah, there we go, folks. I'm kind of digging that. Kind of digging it. Titan Terra, my TBR is ridiculous. I need to stop going to my local bookstore, but I can't help it. Joshua, you said the names are generic. It's intentional. This is a satire comedy book, so I am playing on typical fantasy names with a little bit of a goofy spin to them. Like, everybody knows the Swamp of Sadness from the Neverending Story, but this is the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. Because if you ever lived in a swamp, you are all too familiar with the experience of what we call swamp ass. Inspired by real life events. Alright, I've got to kill a little bit of this green here. Let's get that opacity up a bit. There we go. Too much green up here. We're in the plains now, different region. And there's a little bit of a texture going on in there too. Let's get that texture back. There it is. Yeah, get that transition. Jack Ann, the spoof names are your favorite. Oh, Joshua, you're good, buddy. You're good. I'm glad you like the spoof names, Jack Ann. I do too. I love being silly with stuff. Definitely where my comfort level is for writing. I've written serious stuff in the past, but goofy's my comfort zone. Is this a site or a paid thing? Flipzip block bag. That's a tongue twister. You're getting my vocal warm up for the day. The website is inkcarnate.com. It's a free online map maker. It has a paid tier as well, which is awesome, but you really don't need it. Free tier is totally good. I'm going to mess with this bush real quick. Yeah, there we go. Maybe a little more grass in here or something. Maybe a little pink tree. There we go. And we're going to grab some grass and stick it right down in there. There we go. Yeah, just the names are intentionally ridiculous. I think like one of the let me see if I can. I can pull it up real quick. One of the titles for a wizard professor in the prequel. Let's see, where is it? Let's see if I can grab it. The titles are intentionally ridiculous. Yeah, the character is Jobadiah Kinsworth Kinsman, magician, theromancer, he who has beheld the unknowable truth and known it, and this semester's professor of ritual and arcane applications 202. I really lean into the titles being like absolutely ridiculous. It's very fun for me. Paul, the name Lucy Felthouse does not mean anything to me. I don't know it. Just 10. I was concerned about when you said that. It made me LOL. Oh, gotcha. I get that. I see. Two-part message. Leah the Queen, we use incarnate.com as our map maker. It's a lovely program. I'll put it in chat for you. Incarnate. Also, I see Jake Hartman over on YouTube, my guy. Welcome in, buddy, my reliable YouTube viewer. You said having lived in Biloxi for a while, I can assure you it's more than swamp ass. It's swamp everything. Yeah, man. Yeah, spot on. Yeah, that's... Look, dude, I've lived in Florida. I live in Houston currently. With brief reprieves in Boston and London. The swamp everything is too real. It keeps your skin young, though. The humidity's a good thing. You know, how else you get a face this pretty? We don't talk about the hair, though. Do I have a twin brother? I do not have a twin brother. It is a running joke in my bios that I used to put aspiring twin as a joke in my bio, but I think people weren't getting it. It just made me laugh and no one else. So I took it out, but I would feel like you're referencing my bio otherwise. Yo, I think Fungal Jungle's done. I think, looking at that, I think we got there. I think we just need to extend the road up into the plains here. And we can put a big ol' finished stamp on that region. We do have a road color here. There's a little bit of a smear you see here. That's the road through the plains. So I need to extend that. Oh, fly zip block! You just moved from NorCal to Texas, bro. Yeah, you're getting beat with that humidity. That's a brutal transition. We're in Texas. So humidity's not as bad in some places, a bit out west, but it sounds like you're in a rough area. All right, now let's extend this road. Let's see, the road's base layer was a yellow, so we're gonna grab that yellow. And it was the size, we're rocking like an 18. I think the size for the yellow was 20. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this road kind of right up into here. Oh boy, that is way too bright. What are we doing? Drop that opacity. There, that's what I'm talking about. Kind of like this. Branch the two, and then we used an orange on top of that. Here it is. And we put the orange at 18 so that it leaves a bit of the yellow. Oh, you're in College Station, zip block. I know that. I've been up there a couple times. My wife's had some work there. Yeah, the humidity's pretty bad up there. You're not full Houston, but you're pretty darn close. All right, there we go. Oh, no, I skipped an orange color in here. We need a little more of that. I think I need the opacity up a bit on the orange. There we go. Now we can rock this brown. I look just like Jamishio. I do not know who that is, but look, I've been looking for a twin. Applications are open, so if we need to link up and do that, I've been wishing for a while. I learned we got a couple real twins that hang out in chat, man. That was surprising. I'm up here making my twin jokes. I got real twins hanging out, the real deal. All right, that transition's probably a little too quick on this road. Thank you for the follows, y'all. I seriously appreciate you. I was on TikTok for like 4 years with like 80 followers maybe, doing a full grind, making videos and stuff and making it nowhere. It turns out the trick was do things you're good at. Live streaming is something I'm much better at than making videos. So, yeah, do what you like, I guess, is the moral of that story. I'm going to expand the brush size here a little bit because I feel like this road, realistically, would expand to fill the whole gap of this little ravine. So let's do that. We're going to paint it in a little bit here. And now we need that. I kind of started with the orange. I should have started with yellow, but that's all right. It's a transition zone. So now let's grab this brown and texture it up a little bit. And then we need to grab that dark gray and blend these in. I'm going to go ahead and move this plant because it's kind of in the path of the road. We'll put it like right there. Christopher said make the water bright pink to match the surroundings. I like the color of the water. We did like a blue with like a yellow highlights around the edges. I'm pretty happy with that. Jake Hartman on YouTube. I've heard of evil twins before, but if you're a triplet, could you be the neutral triplet? So you got a good triplet, a bad triplet, and a neutral triplet? Sounds like a start of a D&D campaign right there. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to darken that a little bit with a smaller brush size. There we go. I think that it needs to be a little bit darker though. Like you, opacity up, brush size down. Come on, baby, darken up. I don't know what gray I used. Cat, this is Incarnate. I do make the maps public after I finish them, but no real reason other than people asked me to, so I'm totally fine to do that. I can make this one public too. Yo, what gray did we use for this road? I should have written it down. I normally do. Is it like this one? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna massively up the opacity on the gray. Paint this bad boy in like this. I think I used something even darker though. I need like a black. All right, we're gonna use this one. This will stand out. Brianna, so does the book or the map come first? The book came first. Oh boy, that's way too dark. The book came first, and I'm doing the map after the fact. I had like a rough idea of the map in my head. But here's the book. The book is published already. You can grab it on Amazon or Audible, whatever format you prefer. And the links are all in my bio. Click there if you want to check it out. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. And, well, they road trip through some of these locations. Some other ones will be in the sequel, which I'm working on next. But yeah, the book came first, and then I made the map for fun. Good question. Thank you for asking. All right, where's my gray texture? There we go. Okay, so the plan here was to do that heavy black, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna gray over it to kind of smear it into the setting to the landscape. Thank you for the follows, y'all. You are too kind. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, there we go. Now the road looks a bit more natural, right? A little bit darker there, and then we're gonna hit it with that gray again. A big gray, low opacity, and it just kind of smears it. It reminds me of like Bob Ross's wet on wet technique. I don't know if he invented it. Probably not. But it reminds me of that. The way smearing these colors together. I really love it. There we go. I'll put a little bit of gray up on top. Boom. Blends it in together. The road is roading. The road is indeed roading. Christopher, add some houses built on top of the giant mushrooms in the fungal jungle. You know what? I think someone said that a while ago. We can try it. I don't know if the stamps are going to play nicely together, but we can give it a little shot, huh? I mean, it is kind of cool. It does look kind of cool. Bunny, thank you for the gifts. Oh my gosh, I missed so many gifts. Thomas Nolan, thank you for the heart me. PBJ Bullies for the TGIF, baby. TGIF indeed. Tim for the heart. Thank you for joining the stream team, buddy. Bunny with the 23 donuts and a tiny diny. Y'all, all right, hold on. We gotta do some gifts here. Gift for a gift. You give a gift, you get a gift. There's a goblin for you. There's been a lot of gifts though, so the goblins are going out there. Y'all, I've given rule 1 and 2 about the goblins. Rule 1 is don't feed them after midnight. Bad things will happen. Rule 2 is hide everything in your house that's flammable, especially the matches. Rule 3, we're getting to the final rule. This one's not a rule, it's just an apology. Your house is never going to be clean again, y'all. These goblins are chaos gremlins, and I apologize, but it's going to be a mess. They're really cute, though, so that it's worth it, right? It's worth it in the long run. But thank you, Bunny. I appreciate that. Thank you to all of you. Tim, Bunny, PBJ, Thomas Nolan. Thank you for the gift, y'all. You are too kind. Kat Peterson said, where can I buy your book? Kat, you can get it on Amazon or Audible. Ebook, paperback, audiobook, whatever format you prefer, it's there. Links are in my bio to get all the formats of it. Check it out. I'd be very appreciative. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy. It's a very silly book. I'm very proud of it. Y'all, all right, we got an Easter egg. We got a house built on top of this mushroom. So there's our house mushroom. It looks okay. It doesn't blend in too well. Is there a shadow on it? No, there's no shadow. I don't think we want a shadow. I was thinking we could make it blend a little better if we turn the shadow off, but the shadow is already off. Christopher, we have some caves already. That's what this is. It looks like a ravine, but I just didn't know how to do a cutout to show the caverns. But this is an underground region. You can kind of see the path of the caverns in there. That's an underground region where live the spiders, and also the bigger spiders, and also the biggest spider who's haunted the world since the first sunset. It's a lovely place, and we go right into it in chapter 2 in the book. Minister, we need a mine. The caverns could kind of be a mine. Also, I think you could do some mining around here, because like this area is supposed to be like an impact crater with like some mysteriousness going on in there. Maybe you mine some rare ore out of there. Oh, Kat, if you're trying to get your kids into TTRPG, Wriggly Little Hands might be a good start for them. It has been described as a D&D campaign where the DM's taking a shot after every chapter, and I think that's pretty accurate. It's also very YA friendly. I've had a lot of young adult and middle grade readers picking it up, which I didn't expect, but I'm very happy about. Oh my gosh, y'all, we gotta hold on. I gotta show you this. This is like that makes me so happy. I got fan art from a reader. Let me see if I can find it. I know we're in here somewhere. I probably went too far. Where is it at? You think I'd know my own Instagram page, right? There we go. I see it. Y'all check. Oh, darn it. Let's see. How do I get this to fit? We can do this. Hold, please. I'm messing it up, y'all. We'll do primary monitor. There it is. There it is, folks. Look at this fan art. Like a 6th grade reader made after reading the book. He drew the main character. I love it so much. Absolutely flattered to receive this. That's the first fan art that's ever been mailed to me. Adorable. I'm so pleased with it. That is in my notebook directly next to the official art originals from the book. I just remembered, y'all, we need to do these cliffs in a color that works for Fungal Jungle. So let's highlight them all. And let's play with some color. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good right off the back. We kind of snapped right into it. Let's desaturate it a bit. Yeah, look at that. Kind of digging it. Maybe turn that brightness down. The brightness up a bit makes sense. There we go. I think that's kind of it, right? I'm a big fan of that. Now, the transition point here is too harsh, so let me grab... We're going to grab this cliff, and we're going to mess with its color a bit, because it needs a little more green in there. Because it's like a transition point, right? Kind of like this. And here, we're going to do a little trick, y'all. I'm going to copy this. Paste a second one in here, and we're gonna kind of hide it in here a little bit, kind of like that, and then we're gonna continue messing with the hue, shifting it more towards green, so that it seems like it's a more gradual transition. Let's get this rotation. I want it to line up nicely. Yeah, I am using Incarnate. Thank you very much, Asteria. I appreciate you answering that for me. We are using Incarnate as a free online map maker. There we go. I like that. Now let's grab you and put you back closer to pink a little bit. There we go. So now we're kind of getting a transition going on there. I'm a fan of that. I need to make the ground mirror that. So we're on foreground. That's the correct color. The opacity is just too low. We're gonna paint this a little more green, a little more transition-y down there. There we go. Now it looks like they're the transitions are a bit more smooth between the regions there. Oh, thank you, Jake. I'm glad you like it, man. Hey, here's the full map for you. I'll get a quick zoom out. All right, let's see, chat. What did I miss? A lot of questions about Map Maker. I think we got that. Kat, you kind of liked the brighter cliffs? A little more mystical? Yeah, it does. We're making this at incarnate.com. I'll put it in chat for you. Free online map maker. It's a lot of fun, y'all. I'm pretty new to using it. It's really just that easy to pick up. Highly recommend. Thank you for the follows, y'all. You're too kind. I am truly flattered. Alrighty. Save the map, get a sip of coffee, get readied up here. Yo, we're darn close in here. We're really close to finish. It's really just these transition regions, and I'm just kind of giving a quick look at the fungal jungle to think about what anything else it needs. We see anything else it needs down there, guys? Here, I'll lean out of the way for you. Anything else it needs? Kind of finish it off. I think it looks pretty solid. I feel like we can kind of call it there for the jungle. Yeah, Christopher, I've played with the lights in the water. I'm not a huge fan. It was looking a little bit too severe on the transition from the lights to the regular stuff. We had done a lot of that. We had played a lot with it up here in the Rapids of Regret a couple streams ago. Pun not intended. And I didn't dig it. Lauren, you said, how long did this take to put together? Oh, boy, you know what? I think we're probably on stream number 7 for this map, averaging about an hour and a half per stream, probably. Maybe closer to 2 hours, but I've been taking my time with it. We could go a lot faster. We've just been having fun with this one, but we're pretty much done now, so y'all start thinking. We got to do a new map next week if we don't finish this, or if we do finish this, because we got to figure out where we're going next. Yeah, oh, Titan Terra, I can, y'all, we can count it real quick. Let's go to, if you don't know, my, YouTube page has replays of all of my streams, so you can catch them there if you missed anything. So let's see, we can go to the Map Making Friday stream, playlist. Let's see, why is it not in here? Oh, it's down below. So let's do this. I don't want to start playing it. So we've been working on it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think. Let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9th stream on this map. So it's taken 9 streams to get to this point. So you're right, Titan Terror. Spot on. Rando Weeb. It's funny when your usernames or stuff like that, because I feel like I'm insulting you, but just reading your name. Like Weirdo. Your name's literally Weirdo, but to people it just sounds like I'm calling you a weirdo. You said, what's the book called? The book is called Wriggly Little Hands. Here's the cover. It's on Amazon. The links are in my bio. Please do check it out. It's very fun, very funny in my opinion. Great audiobook for it too. Please pick it up if you want, and you can read through adventures in some of these territories. All right. I think I'm gonna go in and start working on these transitions, because I think these transition zones, if we can fill them in, we could finish the map today. Let's give it another 15 minutes. Oh yeah, Cat Pearson, Kindle Unlimited is totally awesome, man. Pick it up there. I that works great. I get plenty of money from that. I appreciate you. Folks, a lot of kind people ask, what's the best way to support me? Where is the best place to buy the books? Which, just talking about them, here's most of them. Anywhere you want to grab a book is fine. If I'm selling it somewhere, I make good enough money on it. So I'm really more concerned with you guys getting the book in the format you want, be that paperback, ebook, audiobook, anywhere it's available. Kindle Unlimited, please. If you want to get it there, that's perfectly fine by me. I wouldn't sell it there if I didn't make good enough money on it. Leisha T, welcome in. DJ Boileau, welcome in as well. Good to see y'all. Happy Friday. Leisha, I'm glad that you made it. We're finishing up the fungal jungle. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty done. Good morning to you. And Tide and Terra, you're absolutely spot on. Thank you so much for the reminder. Tide and Terra says if you're new here, hit that big red button up top to not miss the next stream. It's going to be Monday. I'm excited to have you back. Maybe a weekend stream this weekend? No promises, but I'm kind of getting the itch to play a little bit of Rocket League, so maybe we do some of that. Oh, thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. I have not watched Charmed, Christopher. At least I don't think I have. It's a TV show, right? Oh, God, yeah. No, I've never watched that. I was thinking of the Disney movie where, like, the princess comes to real life. I forget what that's called. Comes to the real world. I've seen that years ago. I've not seen Charmed. All right, let's fill in this bad boy here. Got to work on these transitions a little bit. I think if we can nail these transition zones, though, y'all, I think we can zoom out and call this map finito. Need to change the hue of this hill to blend in with the plains. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Enchanted, not Fantasia. I've seen you're playing Rocket League while listening? Fly Zip, rock on, dude. I love that game. Been playing it for years and years now. Wonderful game. Stressful as all get out, though, man. It ain't my relax game, I'll tell you that. All right. Dice Goblin Black Cat, fun name. It is. This is incarnate.com. Now someone else is playing Sonic Adventure 2 while listening. Rock on. Got your name written in Cyrillic, I believe, so I don't know how to read that. Sorry. Quick save. My one complaint with Incarnate is it doesn't have an autosave feature, and that is the most spoiled thing to complain about. Map making was on your agenda today, dude. Rock on. Get into Incarnate. It's free. It's awesome. It's got a paid version. You don't need it, but it's wonderful. Super approachable. Oh, you're spot on, Tony or Troy. Good call, baby. We got to change these cliffs. You're right. We will definitely do that. Change that color. Also, someone said add Mount Doom as a Lord of the Rings reference. Well, way ahead of you. Way ahead of you, folks. We got legally distinct Mordor up in here. All right, let's change these cliffs. We got to get a different color up in here. It's got to be a little more gray. How do we get to that gray color? Let's do a blue hue, and then we're going to desaturate it. There it is. There it is. Bada boom. All right, we'll do the same here. Blue hue, desaturate. Maybe a little bit of hue on it. There we go. I'm digging that. It's even got a little bit of green in there. Now this hill stands out, though. We gotta do the same with the hill. There we go. Rock and roll, baby. Let's go. Kat says, can you add small rocks or beaches along the river, specifically around edges/splits? Yeah, we can drop them in there. The problem is when things are too zoomed in. So here's a good example. Turn Back Territory. I made this one day on stream, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's detailed. We got like these little... It's got this windy road, and this tunnel you go through comes out the other side of the mountain, goes around like the Sarlacc pit thing. I had so much fun making this. And then I went... Oh, no, you can't see it at all when you zoom out. It's too detailed, right? So you got to keep the stuff a little bit bigger so you can see it. So like putting rocks and stuff down here on the water's edge, it loses its detail when you zoom out. So it's often not worth it. You got to think of bigger landscape elements. Disc Talk, is this the pro version? Yeah, this is the pro version. I used the free version for a long time, but I figured if I'm going to be streaming it, I might as well get all of the assets with the pro version. All right, so let's continue working these transitions. And y'all, if you see anything, anywhere we need to touch up, let me know. I think this is going to be an easy... Let's move our title. I was thinking about getting rid of this, y'all. We had our title plate, you know, but there's nowhere good to put it, and it just looks out of place. I think we're just going to... Boop. No more. Yeah, Tony, we can do a quick tour of the whole map. I can tell you about each area. So here's our full view. Bertco on YouTube, buddy. Happy Friday. Welcome in. Good to see you. How you doing, man? So here's our zoom out. The first region we made. Boy, did we make the swamp? Or I think we made this area first. This is the Dark Lord's domain, legally distinct Mordor, as we like to call it, with its lava ravine or its fire ravines and lava rivers. Easter egg: we got a little fishing dock in the lava lake. That was a viewer request. On the approach, you got the hoodoos of who goes there. You wind through the canyons. The moat, essentially, that protects it is the Rapids of Regret, where doomed souls are trapped in there and make the water have a little spritz of something special when you drink it. Turn back territory is, well, exactly what it says. Your last chance to turn back before things get very bad. Underneath the mountains, we have the Caverns of Whispering Web. I didn't really know how to do a cutout, so we did it like this. This is underground. This is the domain of Michelob, the spider who has haunted the world since the first sunset and her thousands and thousands of offspring. Beneath the mountains here, we have the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings, where our main characters, the goblins, live. They also have a little fishing dock, because, I don't know, who doesn't love a fishing dock? One person asked for a druid village, so we got the village of Elm Shadow down here, tucked into the swamp. Yeah, is the dock in the lava lake made of wood that can't burn? You know, I haven't answered that. I'll leave that up to y'all. Maybe it's made of like obsidian or something. We'll go by Minecraft rules. We have, this was a viewer created area, the Barrows of Blissful Bewilderment. The lore that we built for this is anything in the fog. When you're in the fog, your mind just gets muddled. You can't think straight. You can't remember what you were doing. But when you're on the hilltops out of the fog, well, you can see clearly. And you can see, oh God, I'm trapped here. I need to get out. But the only way to get out is to go down through the fog and wander aimlessly until hopefully you hit the borders. And I think we said canonically there's a wizard who lives in this tower and has this beacon lit to lure people into the fog. Blake, this is Incarnate. Yes, sir. The Plains of Abandoned Hope and Paralyzing Fear. They're just a real crappy plane. Real sad place. There used to be an oasis here at this well until it spouted a cold fire that burns out of it. And there's these weird glass, I don't know, shards that stick up out of the ground and a bunch of dead trees. It's an unhappy place. And then lastly, we have the Fungal Jungle, our newest region created by viewers. Y'all voted on this one. And we said it is a spore-filled jungle of carnivorous plants. Got the sporing village at the middle of it, around the Great Mushroom. And yeah, there's our tour of the map, y'all. A lot of fun fantasy spoof places in here. I'm pretty proud of it, y'all. We did some good work on it. H. Ashley, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Flyzif, you said the Fog of Lost Souls from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yes, that was fully an inspiration in here. I was channeling that vibe for sure. Haunting area. Haunting. All right, let's get these transitions going a little bit. We need a little bit of a brownish color here on this side of the river. Let's see if we can find that color. I didn't save it because I'm a silly goose. So let's see if we can get something brown that's going to go in there. It's probably something like this. No, that's a little too green. We need more brown in it. Something like you. That'll do if we just lower the opacity a bit, you know. That'll probably do. Just hit that right there. Boom. It's almost a little orangey, I guess. So let's put a real low opacity orange in there. Yeah, that's adding a little bit of color. I'm liking that. There we go. Good transition zone. H. Ashley, how long has this taken? We just did the math. It's taken 9 streams at an average of about an hour and a half to 2 hours per stream to get this done. But I'm working slow on it. You know, we could move quicker if we wanted. But I'm talking with y'all. We're taking suggestions. We're having fun as we do it. So we're not moving the fastest. All right, now we're gonna. That was too big. I wanna knock out this riverbank that's looking a little bit too wrong color. We're gonna do that, and now we're gonna. Oh boy, we gotta find what color that is. I should gotta be better about saving my colors. I kind of learned halfway through this map. Yeah, Christopher, I don't, Cliffs of Insanity, we could work that in, maybe. Spiral Tome, how's the map creation going? I think it's just about done. It's just about done. We're rocking and rolling. I'm just doing my transitions between regions, and I think this bad boy. I'm kind of pushing through to put a stamp of finito on this. I need to find that brown color that is this land in here. I didn't write it down because I kind of realized halfway through you should write down your brushes or favorite them. That's too green. Oh, I kind of like that actually. Maybe we'll just paint over it with this. Lower opacity though. Lower opacity. Spiral Tome, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to have you back. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this color. We're just gonna make this the color in here. Kind of get those regions. All right, so now we have a bit of an orange we need to get. I might have written that one down. Nope, sure didn't. Oops. Oh, let's grab some orange. Oh, we're gonna work it on in there. Kind of getting some like Outback vibes here. I dig that. Mix in a little bit of brown on a lower opacity with a larger brush size. Boom, boom. There we go. And now we need to like actually transition it here from the planes. So let's grab this gray. And we're just going to gray it up a little bit. You know, the land doesn't change abruptly in most circumstances. It's a slow thing. So we'll kind of do it like this. You know, just kind of paint on through there. There we go. I like that. I think we need to fill in this space as well. It's a little bit too empty. Color-wise, it's good, but it's just too empty. So we'll figure something out there. Let's go ahead and paint this in, though. You got this little green going on. Just smudging it in there. How about a smudge brush? Michael Alamani said, bro, this looks great. I just joined, but you got my follow. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate you. Here, I'll give you a zoom out if you're just joining. Here's our full map as it stands. Getting real close. I think we're going to finish it here in about the next 10 minutes. Slime Puppy, we used inkcarnate.com to make it. It's a free online map maker. It's a lovely website. Highly recommend. It's got a paid tier if you want. $5 a month, $25 for the year. You don't need it. Free's fine, but the Pro's pretty good too. Thank you, Rocker. I'm glad you like it. I appreciate it, y'all. Hey, you guys, you helped me make this, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody contributing. There's a lot of these regions that chat straight up just like voted on, helped create, came up with the lore for, etc. So thank you, guys. What I got a question for you here. We'll do it right now. This barrier, these hills between the plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear and turn back territory, they were stand-in. What do we want here? What's going to be this region? I don't mind hills. I don't mind having hills there. But is there something better, we think? I mean, they are plains, so they could just run in. Leisha said the title card. Oh, I could put the title card in there. User 2819716339993 says swamp. We got a lot of swamp going on here, so I don't want to do another swamp as much as I do love swamps. Christopher, we tried a second wizard tower in the Barrows, but the problem here is a very funny problem with it. If we put it on a hilltop, there's no hilltop you can put it on that doesn't run off the map, except for this one, and then it was just a little too forward. So we had considered that and decided against it a couple streams back. You're good, Oodly Noodly. No worries, man. Always ask. If y'all got questions, always ask. We are using inkcarnate.com to make this. Din, you said perhaps we could use a giant whirlpool with a tower in the middle. My guy, hold please. I got something weirdly specific based on that. If we go to the first map we made on stream, here's the first map. If it loads. There we go. Come on, baby. Here we go. Here's the first map that we ever made on stream. Worm Rest Isle. All original, just kind of made it up as we went with a lot of input from chat. But you said a wizard tower with a whirlpool at the center of it? Well, looky here. Look what we got rocking down here on these frozen islands. Love it. It's so funny you called that out, man. We got that right there. Look at that. This was our first map. Learned a lot. I love this little village we made, y'all. It's so cute. Is the book already written? Says Andrew. It is, Andrew. If you oblige me one moment. Here's the book. Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord, but, well, they're goblins, y'all, so you can imagine they mess it up pretty epically. It's on Amazon. It's on audiobook, ebook, paperback, whatever format you want. The links are in my bio. Just click on in there. You can find it. I'd love for you to try a copy. I appreciate your interest. And then, what was there? Oh, yeah, when do I stream? Yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. Central Time. We do maps every Friday. Wednesday, we've been doing what I'm calling your favorite opening lines. Basically, I ask y'all to suggest the title of your favorite book. Then we pull it up on stream, and I read the opening lines and give you my opinion as a professional author. I kind of talk about why the book has the opening it does, what it's trying to do with it, et cetera, et cetera. We kind of dissect it a little bit. Look, peek behind the curtain. It's very fun. One of my favorite streams. And then on Monday, we've been doing Q&A. Just any questions y'all have about being an author, writing, publishing, all that stuff. I just, kind of a Q&A every Monday. So yeah, that's our format. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m. Central Time. T-Bone, I say professional author because I do it full time. I've been writing full time since 2018. I make my living from selling books. If you published a book, though, man, you're an author. We're not going to gatekeep it. It's just I try to differentiate a little bit between having published a book and living off it full time, because that was a very difficult transition. I'm quite proud of it, but it's risky, man. It's never stable. The income's never great, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Oh, Nick T said this seems like a calm place. Deserves a follow. Thank you, man. That's part of the vibe. We want to give like a chill vibe in the morning. I want to start y'all's day off right. It helps me too. It gives me a chill start to my day. I love it. Just love hanging out with y'all. Thank you for the follows, folks. I seriously appreciate you. Y'all, so many hills here got the wrong color. I guess when I painted in the borders, I didn't pay enough attention to what was happening with the hills. Something like that. A little bit of desaturation. A little bit of brightness. Boom. Rock and roll. Let's do this one. Get that hue to green. Saturation down. Brightness up. Blammo. We cooking. Madison, we're using inkcarnate.com for this. It's a free online map maker. Check it out. A lot of questions. Let me see. Felix, she said, is someone trying to get back into the writing again? Meeting an actual author is nice. Oh, well, hey, man. Let me help you back into your writing journey. Any questions you got, ask away. Anytime I'm streaming, I'm always open to questions about writing, publishing, all that stuff. Please do ask. I'll admit, thank you for the bat. I appreciate you, buddy. That's super kind and super cool. You give a bat, I give a goblin. This one's for you. Madison asked what program? Yeah, Inkcarnate. I think we got that answer. Hecky Wolf is another person who uses Inkcarnate. I love your map. Thank you, Hecky. There's such an incredible community on Inkcarnate, man. The maps they make are just astounding. I hope to be that good one day. I'm a talented amateur is what I'll say. Alexandra said, Alex, how do I start writing and how do I get published? And Justin said, what's your favorite word? I'll answer that one first because that's an easier one. My favorite word right now is probably chittering. I've been using it a lot in a book that I've been writing. I just like it, chittering. It's a fun word. Alexandra, how do you start writing? I would say start with just writing a couple scenes that sound fun to you. No certain specific length, just whatever works for you. Move on from that to trying short stories. And there's a ton of free short story contests out there that you can join. You can submit to. Start with short stories. It's a wonderful place to practice your writing and get feedback. I highly recommend the Writers of the Future contest. Very good contest, runs quarterly. All reputable short story contests are free, so don't pay to enter. And start there. And if you win, you do get published. So there's a good way to start publishing. Beyond that, it's a more specific question with a very difficult answer. You got to choose between traditional publishing, self-publishing, small press publishing, etc. And I can answer that more specifically if you want to. But good luck, and please ask any questions as you go. I'm happy to help y'all start your writing journey. Felix, you said, I fell out of writing at some point after having lost motivation. How would you combat that? Try to write only things you're extremely passionate about. I think that the first person who has to have the most fun with the story is you, and readers can tell when you had fun. Like that, it translates to the page. So just try to focus on writing the things you're most excited about. Even if that means skipping around in the story, just skip to all the scenes that really get you excited. And then you can come back and write the less exciting parts. But I think keeping that passion high is important early on. What's my favorite region, says Stone? I'm a sucker for the swamp of sadness and sweaty under things, but I'm a swamp boy. I'm from the Central Florida swamps. So that's my native habitat. But I think the legally distinct Mordor up here is very visually striking. I think it really stands out well. And then if we really want to zoom in, I think Turnback territory is a very fascinating little, they got the switchbacks and the weird smoke and the dead trees in there. I think it's a really eerie region, and I like it. Hey, what's up, 1992 Toyota Land Cruiser? How you doing, buddy? It has been a minute, but I'm glad to have you back. How you doing? Are you stateside again, or are you down in Australia? H. Ashley, you can totally write a book and be anonymous. That's pen names. Just pick a pen name, Big Papa, you said you got ideas on stories, but you don't know how you want to write, but you don't know how to get there. Just pick what you're most excited about and start writing, man. Pen to paper. It's always tough in the beginning. Always feels weird and silly and whatnot, but really, just start writing. Start pressing those keys on the keyboard. Oh, AJ, here you go. Here's a zoom out for you. There's the map. I think it's pretty darn close. I really think the only thing that's left to do is a little bit of decoration on this cliff top right here, and then a little bit of filler terrain in these border regions. And I think we're going to finish this in about 10 minutes here. Justin, you said, what's the book called? Here's the book. It is called Wriggly Little Hands. It is about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord, who they work for. Their big boss. But they're goblins. So they're low intelligent, very curious, easily distracted, and entrusting them with the most important mission ever, probably not a good idea. So you can imagine there's a fair few side quests and tangents in here. Also, someone gives them a rocket-powered wagon at one point. Terrible decision, but a lot of fun. The links are in my bio if you want to pick it up. In my profile, just click on the bio, and you can get it on Amazon, Audible. It's got a full audiobook, ebook, paperback, etc., etc. And if you want, my local bookstore is the only retailer of signed copies, so you can get signed paperbacks from there. That link's in the bio too. You think the hills are good filler, Alicia? I liked your idea with the dunes, though, putting some sand dunes in here. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab some sand dunes and drop them down. And then we're going to change their color a little bit. So let's slap a dune down. Oh, you know what? The opacity is low. Let's get that full opacity. There we go. We're going to do a dune there. Put another one up in here. There's not a lot of dune options, huh? Just a couple in there. There we go. All right, now we're going to change their color so they look a bit, more appropriate. After placing one more dune. Ooh, I like this one. This one's pretty. Okay, I lied. We're doing two more. Man, that'd probably be too much. I think that's fine. Wow, Woobsy, where do you make your maps at? Incarnate.com is a wonderful free online map maker. Check it out, y'all. It's just a website, too. You don't even need a special program or anything. It is browser-based. I'm a big fan. All right, let's hue these dunes to be kind of orangey. Where's that hue at? It's going to be something like right in here-ish. Down the saturation. Oh, no, that did not do it. Let's get that brightness down. Nope, that ain't it either. Orange is a difficult hue to find on the slider. I know it's in there. That's purple. That's gray. Green, blue. Where's the orange? I think like a red or something. I think that's about as close as we're going to get. Maybe we just need to drop their opacity. Yeah, that's kind of doing it. They still stand out more than I'd like, though. There we go. All right, we got it. We got there. You just got to move those sliders around, y'all. Get in those advanced settings. Mess with the sliders. Um, uh, Natasha Janae, you said I told, or Natasha? Sorry, trying to say it right. Want to make sure I get it right. You said I am writing book 1, but I realized book 2 should come first. Any advice? I think the best advice for that is to start the story as late as you possibly can and have it make sense for the readers. That's the best way to like really get people in on board with the writing. So if you think book 2 is a bit more appropriate, then start there and just call it book 1. It's okay if you already told people you're writing something else. It changes, and things always change in the beginning. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's totally fine. Einik Queen, Ekna Queen, Incarnate.com is the map maker. Felix, I made a map for my fantasy world once. It's evolved over time, but it was super fun. Dude, rock on. I love that. Map making's so fun. Brianna, you said, what's your current favorite fantasy map? Ooh. I love the Lord of the Rings map. I think it's really cool. Yeah, there's some geographical impossibilities in there, but it's still a cool map, and I'm a fan of it. I really like that one. Vio, you said, where was your first message? One more dune in that empty space, please. Did we get it, Vio? Did I fill it in? Let me know. I didn't see your message. Oh, and thank you. We got a phonetic pronunciation there. Etch in ni queen. Etch in ni queen. Gotcha. All right, I'll try to remember that. Thank you for that. Rock on. All right, what are we gonna put in this area here? Maybe a couple trees. Just a couple. We'll grab a couple of these little trees here, if we can get them through the fog. Y'all, thank you very much for being here, for following. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I've been on TikTok for so long without gaining any traction, and then I started live streaming, and it was like, oh, I actually really enjoy this, and it works for me. So it's been lovely, and I just appreciate y'all being here with me. Twisty rock formations and the bewilderment. Could do that. I like it being more foresty though. It's just like a foggy, creepy forest. The trees are really dark in there, and they're not when I'm pasting these current ones. So let's darken them a little bit. We need to match that color. Yeah, wow. Let me do this. Let me do these trees darken a little bit. Darken them. There we go. All right, now we'll get a zoom out so you can see the full map. It's a little bit hard to show since we're streaming in vertical orientation, but there you go. There's our map. Whoa, Jackie Ann, you said there's a map maker on here that hand drew the How to Train Your Dragon map? Dude, that sounds incredible. I need to see that. That's nuts, man. Augustus? Nah, you're the goat. You're the goat, my guy. You're too kind. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. AJV, thinking about how geography can affect culture purely through weather patterns is crazy. Yeah, it's interesting. That's part of the joy of world building and writing books. I love doing stuff like that. It's such a fun thought experiment. It's super fun. Error code. You said it looks like Incarnate. This is Incarnate, my man. I love Incarnate, and that is what we are using to create this. I just put a few trees in here, just a little speckling as the woods die out, going towards legally distinct Mordor. Why have I selected two things there? There we go. Maybe one more bush. Alright, I like that. I think that filler's pretty good in that border region. That actually looks really good. I'm a huge fan of those sprinkling of trees. It's Jack, says AJV, you like legally distinct Mordor? Dude, it totally is. It totally is. The book, and I'll answer Jack's question about what's the book about partially with this. The book is a spoof of other fantasy novels and then kind of goes its own direction. So the Dark Lord lives here, and it is basically legally distinct Mordor. Here's the book. It's called Wriggly Little Hands. It's about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. and all the wonderful ways they mess that up, get distracted, go on side quests, accidentally unionize some henchmen, maybe make a horrible genie wish that they do not understand the implications of. It's a lot of fun. The links are in my bio. You can find it on Amazon and Audible and ebook, paperback, Kindle Unlimited, audiobook, any format you want. Please go check it out. It's a lot of fun. I'd appreciate it. It supports me. It supports the stream. And y'all, I make my living as an author, so buying the book keeps me working. I appreciate you very much. Guys, I think there's one more thing to finish this map. Sorry, where is it? Moji Water Deer. I use incarnate.com for the map making. It's a free browser-based map maker. Go check it out. Everybody else, oh, thank you, everybody, shouting out the praise for y'all that have read it. You're too kind. I'm glad you enjoy it. This book is my pride and joy. I think we just need to put some decoration on this cliffside, and I think we're gonna be done. So let's see. What do we want to do on this cliffside overlooking the swamp from the plains? What do we want to do? I said, you know what? I see there's a little bit of bamboo that shouldn't be here. Some bamboo has escaped containment. Quick, put it back. If you've ever had to do lawn care for somebody that has planted bamboo, you know bamboo is the ultimate nemesis. Should be the antagonist of more books. I swear, you could stand there in the summer in Florida and watch the bamboo grow. It was nuts. I used to trim it for my grandparents. Oh my god. Every other day you needed to get back out there. Super useful as a building material though, because it grows so fast. It's kind of cool. Super renewable. I want to do a little bit darkening here. This road got a little bit overlooked. Let's darken it up. Little touch up. Bam. Where's the black that I used? There it is. There we go. And now we're going to just splash a little bit of gray on top of it. Smear it in. And there was a specific gray that we used that has a texture in it. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just had to patch that road. What are we doing on this cliff, man? I need a little bit of decoration on top of it, but I don't know what. Actually, I did not create the book cover. I'm nowhere near good enough for that. That was done by Ivan Shavrin, my cover artist. Dude is a genius. I love working with him. He also did the cover for the prequel story that I'll be publishing soon, A Wriggly Little Assistant. Yo, look at this goblin in the background, just slamming the potion. I love that guy. Shout out to Ivan Shavrin. Dude rocks. And you'll find credit to him on the title page of the book, because my dude rocked it. Bamboo creatures would be fun. Oh my gosh, with like regeneration powers or something, Chris. They just like grow back so quick. That'd be sick. All right, we just gotta figure out this cliff top. I don't know what to put there. It's swamp below. It's plains above. Maybe we need some of these little crystals. And maybe we change their color a little bit. Desaturate. Darken. Kind of like that. I kind of like that. Alright, so we got crystals. I think they should be a horizontal flip. Nope, they were better the other way. Cooking Chaos! What up? Happy Friday. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. How you been? Yo, I'm going to do something real silly that's not necessary in the slightest. We're going to grab a black line here. We're going to turn on a big stroke size. And where's my blur? There we go. So what we're going to do, when I draw this line, it blurs out. It actually needs to be blurred even more. Let's get a bigger blur on it. Like that, right? Okay, so it looks like shadow, right? So this is a cliff edge that overhangs the river. I want to show that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a line like this. And it's going to blur. And we're going to move it. I need to draw a little bit better. It's going to create the effect of shadow in here, and I love doing this. It's better when you can put it behind things. It's not working. It's not working. You got to put it behind stuff. Because I want to show that this is height here. Let's grab a cliff and do it with that, and then we can put shadow behind the cliff. Because, you know, we're so close to done, I have to find other work to do. This is Incarnate, Russ. Spot on, my guy. Cooking Chaos, you said you passed your ATAS? What is that, dude? Rock on. That's super sick. Congratulations. I don't know what the ATAS is, but it sounds important. I'm still trying to think on what to do for this cliff edge. The planes don't have that many features that I can really stick into, you know, the top of the cliff edge to look like it's, you know, nearing the swamp. The planes are plain. Yeah, Anastasia, we can zoom out and give you a full view of the map. There you go. I know it doesn't fit the vertical orientation too well, but, oh, sorry. I zoomed out and then I immediately hit save, so now I've blocked the screen. Sorry, we're buffering. One moment. The name of the website is inkcarnate.com. Just put it in chat there for you. Put it in YouTube as well, inkcarnate.com. There we go. I feel like that cliff edge just still needs something. I think maybe we're gonna put some swamp plants on the top of the cliff, and then we're gonna make them the color of the plains, or a little bit less green. I think that's gonna be the way we do this. Like, plants are growing up here from the swamp, and being transformed by the plains. The life's being sucked out of them. They're turning into the creepy gray color. I think that's a good way to do this. Why is that rotated? Oh, it's not. It's hidden behind the cliff. Which I actually don't hate. Kind of like that. There we go. I don't think any trees made it that far up, but definitely some of these, like, reedy things. Alex, Control C, not Control V. I believe in you. You can do it. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this idea, y'all. And we're gonna color shift them to make it more like they're, you know, they're I don't know why the plants are white in the plains, but they are. Vines crawling up the cliff would be sick, AJ. I don't know how to. It'd be too detailed probably, because you got to look at the map from this height, and when you do that, you wouldn't be able to see the vines at all. That would be sick though. It's a good idea. Cooking, you said the assessment of teaching assistant skills. Ah, okay. Well, congratulations on passing that. That sounds awesome. That sounds important. Rock on. We need more teachers. That is a hard, thankless, low-paying job that all of these things are wrong. I really wish we respected teachers more in this world. If I could make a change, let's start with that one, huh? Alright, let's, I need these. Thank you for the follows. You guys rock. I appreciate you so much. Alright, we need to make these plants green. Let me go ahead and just reset the changes. I made them without thinking. The plants are green, right? But I want the life to kind of be sapped out of them by the plains. So we need to desaturate them. There we go. There's a kind of greeny desaturated color. Let's do it to the bamboo as well. There we go. So they still look a little bit green, right? But they're kind of desaturated. I guess we should make this one a bit of green. Kind of like there, and now we desaturate it. There we go. Darken it a bit. And then the hue's not quite there. It's not. There's the green we're looking for. Maybe the crystals look a little green down here too. That'd be kind of cool. Like the swamp's affecting it somehow. Ooh, y'all, I kind of love that. All right, I think that cliff edge is decorated. It might need a little bit something else. Let's do one of these trees here, and we're gonna make it also a little bit green. Like it's got a little bit of life left in it, but the plains are taking it out. There we go. Just a little detail there. Hey, AJ, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I hope to see you again. We'll be back Monday at 7 a.m. Central Time. It's going to be a good one. Thanks for stopping by, though, man. Have a good rest of your day. Hope you got a great weekend. Hope you got a great weekend planned. Nick, oh yeah, we're using incarnate.com, free map making browser-based program. It's wonderful. I love it. Y'all, can you see anything else that needs to be done on this map, or are we putting a big ol' stamp on it? Are we done? Because I think 9 streams in, I think it's done, y'all. What do we think? What's the assessment? Because I don't know what else we do here. Everything from the book's been added. Some new stuff's been added. I think we can call this bad boy done. Maybe the something I'm seeing right now. The hill here is a little too different from the sand dunes, so we'll do a little bit of color shifting on it. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. And now darken it a bit. Nope. Maybe lighten it a bit. There we go. Now it's a bit closer. That works. I dig it. How did you make the mountain look like a volcano? Up in here, this is straight up just a volcano stamp. There's just a volcano you can use, like that. It's just a it didn't place well. There's just a volcano you can do. So yeah, we just slapped a volcano down there. You switched from TikTok to YouTube to watch on your TV. Well, I appreciate that. I do have YouTube chat going on over here on the side. I forget to look over there for it. I only have a couple viewers on YouTube. TikTok's my platform, but thank you. Enjoy it over there. And I will try to remember to look over for that YouTube chat. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate that. Heathen, I am on the paid version of Incarnate. I'm not sure. Is the volcano not available on the free tier? I used the free tier for a while, but I never had need of a volcano then, so I might not have known that. Troy, you'd say it's done and you're getting ready to go visit? Hey, all right. Hey, the train for the Kingdom of Darkness is leaving. Last call. Everybody jump aboard. Where are we going? What region are we going to? Oh, there's always a swamp. There's always a swamp right down here. Swamp of sadness and sweaty underthings, where our goblins call home. They got their little village right in here. Stone, yes, this is the premium version of Incarnate. I went ahead and gave them their $25 for the year to get Pro. Couldn't resist that deal. That's such a good deal. 4-6, the lava fishing dock. Yes, sir, it's in there. Oh, Stealthy, you want to go to the fungal jungle, huh? That's so fun to say. I do love the fungal jungle down here. I love the spelling change, too. It was an incredible suggestion from Paul. Magpie, you said your map looks great, and I like how we can see you on the map. How do you film like that? Oh, thank you, Magpie. I have... I'm on desktop, and so I've got green screened out the background, and then I have a display capturing what I see on my monitor, and then just a camera at me, looking down at me. So you can put me in there, and then hold on, we can do some fun stuff like woo. Now I'm up here. Can pop all around. I'm streaming through OBS too. That's how I can do that. You like the northeastern region, Stone? Yeah, we can go spend some time in the barrows of blissful bewilderment. Stay out of the fog. It'll befuddle your mind, confuse you, make you forget while you're there. You'll be blissfully bewildered. But on the hilltops, it's all good. You're out of the fog. You can see, you can breathe, you can think clearly. But you can't go out without going back into the fog. It's a sinister, creepy place. 4-6, I don't think I did. Did you leave the comment today on the YouTube short? Because I think one published today, but I haven't checked on it yet. Clay, yeah, this is from a story. This is, in fact, from my book right here, Wriggly Little Hands. It is a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord and all the wonderful, wacky ways they mess that up. It's links in my bio. It's on Amazon and Audible. You can get the audiobook, the ebook, paperback, Kindle Unlimited, whatever format you want, it's there. Please check it out, y'all. It's how I make my living. It supports the stream. I think it's a really good book. It's really goofy. It's heartwarming in the end. It's a little bit gross. It's about goblins. I mean, you got to have some gross jokes in there. But yeah, check it out. Check it out. You can spend some time in the world that this map is from. Oh no, 4-6. I'm not sure if I saw that comment. I'll have to go look for it, man. Clay says I have that pitch down to a science. I got like 4 other pitches locked and loaded too on it. I just talk about it so much. It's, I've written a lot of books, but this is the one. This is my baby. This is my favorite child. So I'm always pushing it. But hey, if you want fantasy Jurassic Park thriller vibes, you got The Far Wild. If you want something more like Dragon Ball Z meets Highlander, we got Servant of Rage over here. And if you want lit RPG, we got a whole bunch of them down here. This one's a trilogy, standalone. This will be a 5-book series. 3 of them are out. 4th is written. The 5th I am writing now, basically. So yeah, written a lot of books, but Wriggly Little Hands is my brainchild. Felix, I can absolutely give you an opinion. You let me know, man. User 2819716339993 says, can you have a large wall that all of the goblins visit? I mean, I could. Why do you ask? What do you got in mind? Oh, Janae, you will love the audiobook. It's done by the folks at Sound Booth Theater. There are 7 different narrators, 1 primary narrator, and then the other 6 all do side characters and stuff. It's incredible. They did such a good job on it. And if you like Dungeon Crawler Carl, if you're familiar with that series, Jeff Hayes is featured on the audiobook. He is the mad genius that made the audiobook of Dungeon Crawler Carl so good. Also, you said you're writing a book series. What's the best way to get your books published? It depends on what you want. Self-publishing would be the most assured way to get them published because you're in control of it. Downside, you have to front the money and do all the publishing yourself. Small press publishing would be a less certain but probably more achievable approach. You go to the small press publishers out there like Portal Books, who has done a lot of my books. You see this little logo right there for Servant of Rage or for Rise to Glory or for Warden. Portal published those. There's a lot of good small press publishers out there. And if you want to go for the max route, you want to do TradPub, which has its own downsides as well and is harder to get into. But has a lot of, perceived legitimacy to it. You'll have a big publisher behind you probably, et cetera, but is the hardest option to achieve. So there's all 3 different options based on what experience you want, Panic Peach said, I'm also writing a fantasy novel. I just started. I'm so excited to be creative again. Dude, rock on. I love that. Good for you, Panic. You're coming in with the passion. That's what I want to see, man. Look, if you got questions while you're writing it, I'm here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Central, and I'd love to answer them. Felix, you said you're working on a prince character who would rather be a knight instead. I'm not sure how to approach that idea, though. Felix, brainstorm 4 or 5 different ways to approach it. Like, just write down in a bullet point 4 or 5 different ways to do it. Get like 5 bullet points. See which one you're most excited about, and write a little bit down that path. Then stop. Come back to the idea you were second most excited about, and write a little bit down that path. Then pull back and look at them all and think about which one you like most. That's what I would say. And then stick with that one. 4-6, you asked what genre do I write the most? Fantasy these days. I started out in lit RPG, had a lot of fun with it, but my heart's in fantasy also. I do fantasy these days. Fantasy, lit RPG. We got a sequel coming to Wriggly Little Hands, and then a lot more books in that world that won't be direct sequels. They're just going to follow other stories in the world. And we got 2 sequels coming to Servant of Rage because I sold the rights to that whole trilogy. So I will be finishing that trilogy this year. You're very welcome, Felix. I hope that helps. Panic, you're also welcome. Please, guys, if I'm streaming, I'm always answering questions. So please do ask away. Melissa, thank you for the Diny hot dog. I love that. Tiny Diny hot dog and then regular Tiny Diny. I've not seen Tiny Diny hot dog. That's adorable. Thank you, Melissa. That's lovely. Allie, you should do an Enchanted Forest section. Well, we have the Barrows of Blissful Bewilderment up in here. Which is kind of like that. The fog in there, it confuses you when you walk through it and you forget while you're there. You're nice and blissfully happy, but you forget while you're there. So that's pretty close to an Enchanted Forest. 4-6 said you wanted to try lit RPG, but fantasy nerd by heart. Or are you asking for me? Honestly, I was approached to ghostwrite lit RPG. and then they pivoted and wanted me to actually put my name on the book. So I kind of got like accidentally brought into Lit RPG and found I enjoyed it. So I hung out in that world for a while, and then moved into fantasy. That's kind of how that started. Melissa! Gosh, Melissa, you give us so many gifts. Thank you very much. And also, hello. Congrats on level 19 for the stream team, Melissa. Well done. Thank you so much. You've been here since like day one, dude. I love it. Thank you very much. Send in the level up, Sparks. Melissa, like I said, I need better gifts, but here's more goblins for you. You must have hundreds at this point. Thank you so much. Incredible, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Here, you know what? Here, special thing. I showed you all my comp book, right, that I've been loving working in. Check out the sticker I got for it at San Diego Comic-Con. I love this sticker so much on the front of it. Melissa, there's your gift. There you go. Sticker cat for you. Y'all, I've been having so much fun in this comp book. This is like, I've been working on songwriting in it. And I've been having so much fun. The green screen doesn't like it, but I got like 20 pages of this bad boy filled up at this point. My goal is to fill it all up. So that's my passion project on the side right now. Someone asked what Lit RPG is. No, that's totally fine if you don't know. It's a bit of a niche genre. Lit RPG is, most simply put, books that take place in video games. Think about like Ready Player One, where they go into a virtual reality game. That's what Lit RPG started as. It's evolved to a much wider definition, but the thing that is always constant is you have a hard ruled system that governs the magic or the leveling up in it. And that's pretty much the hallmark of Lit RPG. It's a very big growing genre. The most popular right now is probably Dungeon Crawler Carl. It has broken containment into the general audience. Very funny book, series of books by an awesome author. Shout out to Matt Denneman, great guy. So yeah, that's Lit RPG. Fly Ziploc, you like songwriting, dude. Rock on. You've been doing it for a while. You good at it? Like, tell me about it, man. I'm just getting into it. It's just a passion project for me, but I really like it. I am baby when it comes to songwriting. I know nothing. I am learning everything. Kieran, what's up? You love Incarnate. How long have I been working on this map? We counted it out. 9 streams now, of about an hour and a half to 2 hours per stream. But this bad boy's finished. I think we're putting the stamp of approval on it. Done. I'm proud of it. Well, how long have you been working with Incarnate, Kieran? And if you don't know, y'all, we'll get a quick plug. I am a professional author. By that I mean I make my living. All of my income comes from selling my books. Been doing that since 2018, and this map here is from my most recent book, Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. But they're goblins. They're incredibly curious, easily distracted, very low intelligence. They go on a lot of side quests, get distracted, get a rocket wagon at one port. That's great. It's a very silly book. I hope you enjoy it. Please pick it up. Links are in my bio. Audiobook, ebook, whatever format you want. It's on Amazon, Audible. You can get it from my local bookstore if you want a signed copy. That link's in my bio too. Please do check it out. I'd appreciate it. That is how I make my living. Tommy Boy Stream, what up, my guy? Good to see you. Welcome in here at the end. We're just wrapping up. We finished the map. 9 streams, and this bad boy is done. Which means, guys, next Friday, we're going back to a blank slate. What are we going to do? What map are we going to make? Think on it. I'll be looking for ideas. Think on it. Let me know. Let me know in Discord or DM me. We haven't dropped the Discord link in a minute, so let me say, hey, if you've enjoyed this stream community, these folks been hanging out with me, you want to hang out outside of stream, y'all, here's the link for Discord. Please do join us there. We just hit over 200 members in the server. I'd love to have you. We do art share, we do writing critique. Of course, we're posting pet pictures, you know. It's a great place to hang out. We'd love to have you. Nice little community we're building there. Someone said you were finishing up your Rocket League game. All good, Fly. You just write songs for fun, bro? I'm right there with you. That's what it's about. Just having fun with it. I don't even ever intend to like make money off them or anything. I'm just I enjoy the lyricism. It's a good puzzle for my brain. Scratches the itch in the right way. We're just having fun with it. Kieran, you said 6 years of Incarnate experience. My guy, you got to be a pro. I want to see some of your stuff. That's awesome. Rock on, man. Maybe you can give me some advice when I struggle through certain areas here, like these dang lava rivers, y'all. It took an entire stream to get these 2 lava rivers right. But I'm so proud of how it came out, especially the one that flows into the tunnel and like fades out into the darkness. Love that. Lisa said, I've always thought it would be fun to make a map of TikTok. A map of TikTok? Oh, you mean like on TikTok? Like I can tell you, map making's fun. I love it. It's just a joy. Kevin Stone, are there dinosaurs on this map? Man, there can be. Maybe up in Turnback territory, that feels like a appropriate place for him to hang out. Maybe up in these hills here off the caverns of Whispering Web, I could see him. Kieran, you like the lava rivers? Thank you. I put so much work. If you go to my YouTube, all the streams are recorded. You can watch them back. I'm pretty sure one of them is just called like Lava Stream Edition because it was just lava rivers the entire stream to get them right. Kat, you want a plant-themed undergarden? Oh, like an underground area that's all plants. Hey, we could put that on the next map maybe. You let me know. Or brainstorm ideas. Next Friday we're gonna be doing a new map, and we got to figure out what we're gonna do it for. You know. We are using Incarnate to make this, Sophie. Incarnate.com. Yes, I did spell it right there in chat. Please do check it out. So free online map maker. Absolutely love it. Kieran, you said I had the same thing before Incarnate. I had an arena asset, and I had to make one out of castle walls. Ah, nice, dude. Rock on. Bert over on YouTube says the Underbloom. We can call that garden. Yeah, dude. That's like from your world, right? I'm blanking on the name right now. Bert writes an awesome series on his TikTok page of like short stories for this really cool, the Night Market. That's what it's called, I believe, right? Right, Bert? It's really fun. I really enjoy the atmosphere of it. Lisa, you said book talks One Kingdom or Territory, then clean talk, conspiracy theory, TikTok. Ah, I see. I get you. Do it, Lisa. Do it. That'd be super cool. I want to see that. Twigo, no AI in these names. They're for a comedy fantasy world. So we're spoofing classic fantasy names like the Swamp of Sadness from the Neverending Story. But if you've ever lived in a swamp, you know that swamp ass is a very real effect. So this is the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings because there ain't no dry underthings in that place. The names are intentionally goofy for my satirical fantasy world. But y'all, thank you very much for joining me today. It has been a pleasure. I can't believe we finished this map. We got there today. I was worried. I didn't know if we were going to do it, but we did. And Twigo, yeah, this is for my book, Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. It's on Amazon and Audible, whatever format you want. Links are in my bio. Check it out. It's very goofy. It's very funny. Calliope. I always say that wrong. Yeah, we just finished it. But hey, if you go to my YouTube channel, also linked in my bio, there are replays of every stream, including this one. So you can just go watch it all back and see it get finished. Because y'all, stamp's coming down. The map is done. We did it. I'm very happy about that. Dakota said, hey Alex, hope you're doing great. I am doing great, Dakota. How about you? Welcome in. Pleasure to have you. Tide and Terra, the website that I use to roll dice is mightydice.com, mighty-dice.com. There, we'll pull it up real quick. Always a fan of mightydice.com. What a wonderful dice roller. Oh, thank you, Calliope. I'm proud of you, stranger. Thank you. Yeah, love this website. I know it's not centered, sorry. I'm not fixing that at the moment. Wait, okay, I lied. It was an easy fix. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to these beautiful sounds. How cool is that? Love this website. Always looking for excuses to roll dice with mightydice.com. All right, let's go back to the map. Dakota, you said you're doing fantastic. You started a new job on the 11th. Very excited. Oh, rock on, man. Rock on. What's the job going to be? Congratulations. Hope it's going to be epic. The name of the book is Wriggly Little Hands, right here. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. Links are in my bio if you want to pick it up. It's very silly, very goofy, wholesome at the end. You can get an audiobook, paperback, ebook, Kindle Unlimited, all those formats. Links are in my bio. Please do check it out. I'd appreciate it. Hey, Beyond the Covers HTX, what's up? Welcome in. Glad to see you. Y'all, Beyond the Covers ran a wonderful book fair. Oh, God, what, month and a half back now? Gonna run another one in October. I will be there. You'll see me advertising it as we get closer to it. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. We just finished the map for Wriggly Little Hands. This is the map for the book now. Welcome in. Dakota, it's in your cart. You're amazing, Dakota. Thank you so much. Hey, I hope you enjoy it. You know what? Here, have a goblin to go along with it. We'll say a goblin with every purchase, huh? And because you acted quick, 2 goblins for you. You get an extra one too. I hope you enjoy it, Dakota. You're going to be doing 3D modeling for a company that makes enclosed and flatbed trailers. Dude, that's sick. A little bit of 3D modeling. I love that. Rock on. My wife's a mechanical engineer, so I'm not unfamiliar with 3D modeling. I hope it goes good. Let us know how it is. Keep us updated. Congratulations. Morgan W., we use inkcarnate.com for this. There you go. Free online map maker. It's lovely. Oh, Bert, you stopped posting the night market on TikTok. You're just putting it on my Discord. Oh man. Well, I'd love to see it other places too. Don't just put it in the Discord. Share it widely, my guy. It's a good story. It's really fun. Get off my lawn, guy. What's up, dude? The map is from my book, Wriggly Little Hands, or alternately, here's the paperback version. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. You can get it on Amazon. Links in my bio. Please check it out. Thank you for asking. Beyond the Covers, you said you were just telling Gabriella Booba, she should come see you on Fridays. Yeah, she should. I'd love to have her. Tell her to say hi. I appreciate that. I hope the planning's going well for the next book fair. Beyond the Covers, I'm super excited. I had so much fun at the last one, and the weather is going to be incredible in October. Well, it's Houston. The weather is going to be better in October. Oh, she was working on maps. Yeah. Come check it out. We do so much map making on Fridays here. It's really approachable, honestly. It's super approachable. T.D. Lesher said, I've recently got into creative writing. I have a very big problem, though, of not being able to sum, and it cut off. I'll wait for part 2 here. And while I do, Dakota, you said mechanical engineering was your previous major, but you didn't finish. Your girlfriend's a mechanical engineer. It's a hard degree, right? Your girlfriend knows. It's a tough degree. It's a good degree, though. Love it. Congrats to your girlfriend. Not being able to summarize, says T.D. Lesher. So you've recently gotten into creative writing. You have a very big problem, though, of not being able to summarize. So, like, you're describing everything in too much detail, I think is what you're trying to say there. I'm going to challenge you with this, Lesher. Every thought in your story should be a paragraph. But if you're having trouble with summarization of elaborating too much, I'm going to challenge you to make every thought 1 or 2 sentences, but no more than that. That might help you slim things down. And then a paragraph should be a collection of these thoughts that all relate. And you start a new paragraph when you have a different thought, when you transition beyond that. So just try that. See if that helps you with it. But feel free to come back and ask more, too. I'm always open to Q&A, especially on Mondays. Monday has just become a Q&A stream. You guys have had so many questions. But if I'm streaming, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Central Time, I'm always open to writing, publishing, editing, questions, all that stuff. You bring them, I will do my best to answer them. I've been in the industry for probably a decade now, if we count my ghostwriting years. Started in like 2015, yeah, so about a decade. So I don't know all the answers, but I got a couple. But y'all, Thank you very much for being here. We finished the map today, and I'm ecstatic about that. I will make this public on Incarnate. If anybody wants to check it out, let me make a note. And I'll post the finished one with detail shots in my Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, but you want to hang out with this community outside of stream, I'll drop a link for you. There we go. Please do join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. 200-person community and growing. We share art, we share writing, we critique writing, post pet pics, gotta be in there. Come join us, but I will post this finished map with detail pics on there. I'll make it public on Incarnate so you can download it and work with it if you want. But otherwise, y'all, thank you for being here today. As always, a special thanks to Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com for the use of his songs Farm, Manor, Cottages, and Northern Glade, which provided our background music today. Additionally, an extra special thank you to community member Raffi the Engineer, who made our 5th background song, Midnight at the Round Table. Raffi made that song just for stream. Incredible, Raffi. I appreciate that. Of course, a shout out to my excellent mods, Melissa Lee 28, Raffi the Engineer, 1 Happy Harpy, Simp 1X, other name wasn't available, aka Slendy, Leisha T, and Aaron Winnick. Y'all, thank you so much for keeping the vibes rolling in chat. I appreciate y'all immensely. Couldn't do it without my moderators, for real. Lastly, guys, if you've enjoyed this stream, please do give me a follow so I can see you on the next one. I'll be back Monday at 7 a.m. Central. If we don't do a surprise gaming stream this weekend, we'll see. But guaranteed 7 a.m. Central Time, I'll be back here on Monday and Wednesday and Friday. I hope to see you here. Please do give me a follow so we can catch you on the next one. Beyond the covers, you got to go to your day job. Boo, agreed. But I hope you have a good day. Thank God it's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for stopping by. It was a pleasure to see you. Y'all, this is nuts. We finished the map. Thank you so much for your help with it. I love the unique regions you've created. I can't wait to write some stories in this world for the new regions. Obviously we've already got the book that the map is for, but I'm excited to write. I want to see what's going on. I want to write a story in the Barrows of Blissful Bewilderment. Entirely user created, or the Fungal Jungle. This would be an interesting one to write. So yeah, thank you guys. This has been fun. I've had a blast. I hope you have too. I have been author Alex Knight. Please check out my books on Amazon. It's how I make a living. It's how I keep streaming. It's how I keep writing. Otherwise, folks, thank you for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will be back Monday at 7 a.m. Central Time, and I hope to see y'all there. I don't know. Otherwise, happy Friday. Y'all have a good weekend. Come back and tell me about all the cool stuff you did, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the engagement. Thanks for being here with me. Y'all, have a great weekend, and I will catch you next time. Be excellent to each other, and peace out.